Hey, we got
Yeah,
pellet
Mark,
incoming. We got Tanuki.
I'm going to do a full tech attack for a marker light. Just target paint it.
All right.
Do I actually need to roll for this?
Uh, that's pretty
Uh,
loud, so that's him.
For a marker light, I don't believe so.
I mean, no, normally I'd be making a tech attack just for the same rock on. But for a lot, but because it's biological, there's no. Actually, no. If it doesn't have a save, then the save is 8.
It technically does have a E defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just tell you it's 10. Hey, look at 10.
Well, there's a 10 on the dice plus my insane numbers on it.
Yeah, so that would be a lock on.
All right. Who wants a free attack? Who's got the biggest? Who's got the biggest hit? Unfortunately, the hammer is the one person I can't hit. Which is...
Not me. A lot of my damage is over him.
So here, let's do this because they're both prone. Wait, Scrapper, did you pass that? Were you knocked prone?
No, I got a 20.
Gotcha.
I'd been like wondering, like, wow, I did so well. Could I have caught someone else?
I'm gonna say no because that was just for a save to avoid getting knocked over.
Okay, so Scrapper, you get a free attack against the monster. Roll 2d20 and you get advantage twice on it. So 2d20, 2d6, pick the highest of each, and you auto crit.
Oh, he is here. Okay.
He just blends in.
He blend.
So
Yeah.
quiet.
If you are trying to talk, yeah, we can't hear you right now. Okay. You.
Okay, so Scrapper, you get the free attack.
As a reaction, I would like to apply a leadership dice to Scrapper.
3 advantage dice.
I think it does cap out at 2.
Sorry, what?
It accuracy does cap out at 2, unless it specifically says it can go over.
I'm already providing 2 accuracy dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
And
it
it-
is.
No. Wait. No, because at leadership rank 3, my leadership dice can be expanded to add 1d6 bonus damage when they hit with the attack.
Alright.
Nice. Oh, and the target's also shredded, so we
Christ.
bypass armor. And it stays shredded till the end of its turn.
I do have a shredded token.
Like the one I just placed on it.
Yes, sir. That's the
I
one.
made a pile of shredded tokens now that I can do it.
Here you go. I'm gonna post this in Lancer chat so Dusty knows what he can do with that leadership dice. Because he can just hold on to it if he wants.
Good God. Oh, I could have picked that.
But yeah,
Alright,
so
so-
basically my turn is everything, shoot at him. Shoot at this thing, so Scrapper, give it your best shot. We'll use the plus 1d6 because you'll have automatic crit. Right, did I
Since
also
you
get an automatic critical hit?
and since you are adjacent to it, since you are engaged, you will take 1 difficulty with a ranged weapon, unless it has threat, so like a shotgun or something. And Dusty, if you're trying to talk, you are muted.
Okay. Give me 1 sec, guys.
No problem.
Sorry, bit of a throat in my throat. If there's 1 difficulty, well, I've still given him two accuracy, so it's still get 1 accuracy, and it's roll 2d20, pick the highest.
I'm not
Is
even sure
that-
Dusty is there.
Yeah, I think he's AFK right now.
No. Tanuki, is your gun decent?
He's still figuring out audio.
No. The other two are prone, they can't really shoot.
What's the prone status do?
And then
You have to
It
take
might,
half your. You have to use half your movement to get up, and things have accuracy when shooting at you.
It might mean they can still shoot.
and I'll do my second action, so we'll sort that out first. Would be to overcharge, because the martial arts are a full action.
All right.
I'll overcharge and use again 1 heat. Does that 1 heat now that I've gained it stop my slow?
Yeah, I'd say gaining heat with an overcharge will also remove the slow.
Q. I'll activate my prophetic interjunction. Basically, my scanning speed goes full strength, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to move after everything because that way I get the adjacency bonus from earlier.
All right.
So basically, whoever gets sorted out first, Tanuki or Scrapper, you get a free attack on this monster.
If it helps you at all, Pellet, we're not getting any green talking indicator.
How about now?
Hell yeah, we are. What's up, bud?
I switched off the microphone that it was supposed to use and back on, and that's all I needed, apparently.
Hell yeah, dude. You want to shoot first?
I would enjoy that.
All right. I did not roll 3d20 for you yet.
Okay. I would
I would swap the leadership die to Pallet instead then if he's gonna.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Here's your 3d20 right there.
Or just giving it to
Whoever shoots first. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it's a reaction, and so as a reaction, I would give them the leadership die if I see they're about.
which means if you take it as a leadership die, then it's 2d6 accuracy again. +3, -1.
Yep.
Is
Alright.
and them shooting is a free action, right?
Reaction.
Reaction. Okay. So they can use
I'm
their
gonna-
reaction.
I'm gonna roll these 3 then.
Okay. Solid.
Oh, nice.
Alright, I'm just gonna do them in the order I see them. Where are you? Really, where are you?
Don't you also like tick down a gunslinger dice or something every time?
I believe
Actually, critical isn't going to do anything for you here, is it?
so. Don't believe so, since it's not a rolling dice.
In that case, don't eat up that target lock. You can still get the free attack, but just don't eat the target lock.
Okay.
Because whoever eats that target lock can auto crit.
Yeah,
Whoever eats the target lock can auto crit.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be the one to do that.
You still get
Okay,
the free
so-
attack. Don't eat the target lock. And the target's shredded, so you get no armor. Which, based on the shape and look of that thing, not getting its armor bonus is probably really good.
It definitely looks very heavily armored.
Yeah, except for the one little point that I'm mark-lighting. It's like, that's the spot. That's the weak point. Those orange stripes.
Okay. I am re-immersing myself in CompCon. My apologies.
No problem.
So short of this would be, would that be extra advantage? So it'd be 1d6. So 2d20 pick the highest +1 accuracy because Tanuki's not in melee. So it wouldn't get the difficulty.
Okay, what am I doing?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
I'm
the
lost.
stream. As you can probably tell, they already started. But I'm Razim, and this is Sounds of Metal Lancer.
We're getting right into the middle of it. It's chaos. It's fun. Nobody knows what's going on. Not even the players. Not even me.
I'm scared.
Things happened.
We're
I'm
off the
alive.
fucking rails.
So you mean you're
I'm
average
out of
game?
my rocker.
You
It's
have a
crazy
rocker?
DM.
I off my perch.
That's better.
Tanuki, if you do want to fire, go right ahead. You will be making it at 1 difficulty since you are firing at something that's engaged with friendlies.
Okay, so +1 accuracy for me, -1 accuracy, or +1 difficulty for me. So 2d20, pick the highest. Flat.
Firing at the Sparry Warrior here?
No, the gigantic monster.
Okay. It didn't have a name, so I wasn't sure.
There we go. It has a monster now. It has a name now.
Wonderful. Alright. What +1 difficulty, so that's
No. So you get +1 accuracy from me, +1 difficulty from it, so they cancel out. It's just
Okay.
roll 2d20, pick the highest.
2d20, pick the highest.
And that leadership dice I gave you, you may either consume it for extra accuracy or you can consume it for 1d6 bonus.
Damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to recall exactly. Let's see.
You just add +2, so your grit.
Base range.
+3 is our grit.
Oh, it's +3 now?
Yeah, we're level 5.
Hey,
We're licensed
Round
level.
up.
congratulations.
Okay. And so that I'm understanding it correctly, kinetic equal to 1 plus half of the range. But that's only if it hits.
Yes, so it'll be 7 for this first shot.
But I still have to roll if it hits.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So advantage and then add 3. Ooh, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit. So that is 8 damage, and you wanted to use extra bonus. Or sorry, 7 damage, and you wanted to add the extra d6.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll the d6. That's a d3. Oh, still
Unlucky.
8 points of damage. That's
So bypass armor.
1, 2, 3. It does bypass armor, which it is not very happy about, and it's very vocal about that.
Hey.
All right, it is going to be its turn next. As you get off a nice shot, which it's very actually easy to do because your friends are kind of thrown into the snow in front of you. But it is going to be its turn, and at the start of its turn, it's going to its scales almost seem to shift and kind of grind over each other as it removes the shredded condition from itself at the start of its turn.
It's Ted?
We named it Ted. No, I'm
like
putting the
Ted.
name. It's Cassandra.
Cassandra,
Okay.
yes. We shall drop
Cassandra,
this one.
the
Ever gnawing.
I said pissed.
Yes. Firefly goes with the intercom. Her name is Cassandra. Let's treat her as such.
It's going to attack you for that
I figured it might.
annoyance.
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna do. It's not gonna do that just yet. But it gets to attack with accuracy. And it's going to be 2 + 4, so that is actually, since you're on the ground, I think it gets another bit of accuracy, but it's a 12 to hit versus your evasion.
Who, me?
My evasion.
Firefly,
Oh,
since you are the
12.
warmest.
Yes, my evasion is. It's 6.
6, so that would hit. That is
So yeah, I did my core power. I get to do this now. Prophetic injection.
All right.
So it's a 4+. The attack was actually this simulation predicted by my processor. You gain resistance to the damage and can teleport 3 spaces any direction you want.
Oh, nice.
It turns
Teleport-
out that this isn't
teleport
actually
behind-
where you were. Actually.
Actually.
All right,
Actually,
go
you
ahead
are-
and I'm turning my back. Go ahead and move the token.
Okay. I get to choose where?
Yep, 3 spaces.
Any spaces, anywhere within 3 spaces.
Would it make him not prone? Her not prone?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say, so I would assume not.
Yeah, you'd still be prone then.
Okay. I
You
don't
also
know.
gain resistance to the
Just
attack.
F.
Okay.
All right, so instead of taking 12 points of damage, you only take 6.
Cool. And I got 2 armor.
All right, so that turns down to 4. As there's almost the effect of like a VHS pausing just before it's about to hit, before it slams down into open air. As you weren't actually right there, you were actually just over to the side. Which is a trippy amount of technology, by the fucking way. Is it going to do that? Limit, which one was it? It's going to make a ram attack as a free action. Actually, it gets 2 accuracy on its melee attacks. So that is a 3. That is a 6. 1 plus 6, 7 plus 6. That is going to be a 13 versus. It's going after the biggest, which is next in line, Scrapper. That is going to hit. Go ahead and give me a hull save. Scrapper? Anybody know his hull bonus?
Not off the top of my head, no.
All right.
Probably max out. Use the Drake.
Those Dracos get an automatic
Actually,
advantage.
It would not. They would not get a hull save, but I think they do get an advantage against being knocked prone. I think that's specifically a thing for them. Frames Drake. That's against slower characters, or against smaller characters. Which this thing is not smaller; it's actually larger. As Scrapper is knocked back and knocked prone as she slams down into the snow, in just a crater of swirling ice and various snow particulars. But that is going to be its turn. So far we've had Watchtower go. Who goes after Watchtower? Watchtower. You choose.
Who wants
It
to
is?
go next?
You want the monster to go again?
I'm saying who wants to go next?
Oh. How about
I can
Firefly?
go next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or me.
Either one.
Firefly can go next.
Firefly.
Okay, so what can and can I not do while prone?
You're slowed, so you move at half speed.
Mm-hmm.
Just spend half your movement to get up.
Yeah, I think that's the best choice.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
And since I'm right next to the thing. Nope, that's not what I want. What weapons do I have? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke it.
You
With a
have my
knife.
you have my attention. Go ahead and if that's an auxiliary or do your thing. Do your
Yeah,
thing.
I'm gonna stab it with an auxiliary knife.
All right. You have anything else attached to that mount?
I have a pistol and the knife,
All right.
and I also have
so-
my fuel rod cannon, which I save
All right.
Does criticling on the knife do anything fancy?
It stabs things.
If it's rolling,
So-
so you know.
Do you want an automatic critical? Is the question.
Sure. I'll never say no to that.
Alright, so consume the lock on, gain +1 advantage, and automatic critical.
Cool. Do I have to roll anything or no?
No,
You still need to roll for the crit to see if you.
You automatic critical, and you get advantage on the attack.
10. Its evasion is not that high, so it would hit.
You also get
Actually, scratch that. It's got solid evasion.
That'd
That would just hit.
I am not doing good with these dice tonight. So it does a 1d3 plus 1 energy.
So that becomes 2d3, and here's a d3 actually. But crits you basically roll twice and choose the better.
Let's see, a d3.
Here in the middle of the table. Blue one.
Here. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
That was me rolling, not him.
Okay,
so-
I'll just give it a real spin.
So you get 2 rolls with this.
There we go.
I gotta roll it for real. This flipping it and then up in the air
Don't
is not
flick
working
it.
for me.
I
Stop
didn't
it.
mean to. That was excellent. I was meaning to try to pick it up, so that was my mistake.
No problem.
So roll it again. You have to roll the d3 again. So you roll it twice and pick the highest.
I will pick the 3.
All right. So it's 3 plus 1, right?
Yes.
All right. So 4 points of damage,
hmm
and go ahead and go with the pistol.
And let's see, pistol.
Since it is a ranged weapon within.
I think pistols have threat, if I remember correctly. And if it has threat, then you don't.
Yeah, it
Um,
has threat 3, and it shoots in a cone 3.
in a cone.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's one of those pistols.
yeah,
Sounds
it's
like a
catalyst
hand.
pistol.
Yeah, it sounds like a hand.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll to attack. I don't think you have to add any difficulty to it. 13 plus 3 is 16. That would hit.
All right, cool. Let's see, it's
It's cone 3, so it's just all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It can come out the other side.
2. Oh, and I get, let's see, it causes 2 heat to myself, so 1 heat because of the environment, right?
Yes. I think you round up. The general rule is to round down. I think heat might round up.
The rule for Lancer is everything rounds up.
Oh, everything rounds up.
Everything rounds up. That's one of the general rules for Lancer. Always
Gotcha.
round up.
Everything's different. That's why I keep forgetting. So that
So
would be 2 heat.
2 heat.
Yep.
All right, so I just take the normal heat then.
Hmm.
Hey Zerth, are you okay?
Well,
Huh?
okay. My Capcom, I probably have to reset because it's not letting me modify my heat. But anyway, I haven't played in a while. Let's see.
Crap.
When I take heat, I deal 2 AP damage to a character within range 3.
All right. Do you get to
And
choose which character?
It says you deal 2 AP damage to a character within range. So I think yeah. So I'm gonna
Alright.
deal it to the creature.
Gotcha. And how much damage does the pistol do?
It was a D3, so I rolled a 2, I think.
All right.
Yeah, 2.
All right.
And then I think I have something else when I hit. Nope, action. See, as a free action, I'm gonna activate one of my protocols, my lightning generator.
All right.
When I activate this, I take 1 heat and deal 2 energy damage to all characters and objects adjacent to you. I
That
moved
would-
away.
That would just be Cassandra.
And if I'm in the danger zone at the start of my turn, this protocol activates automatically, but the damage is increased to 4 AP.
That's rude.
Yeah, so I'm at 3 heat right now.
Yeah, because even with resistance, you'd still take a minimum of 1.
It's going to take a while me to get half because I have
Yeah.
13 total heat I can take.
Oh, yeah. Because I did move. I have tokens that remind me to do something, so.
Alright, I think that's it. I'm going to pass it off to our new friend.
All right. The monster is gonna go.
Does
It's
it
gonna
get to
keep.
go again even though it's already been this combat round?
Yes, it does. It gets to go a lot.
Yeah, it's always player enemy, and since there's only one enemy, it gets to go a lot.
Not
Mhm.
necessarily. If it depends on the type of enemy and the types on the, like the template. I'm not gonna spoil exactly what it is, but it does get 3 turns per round.
Okay.
It is going to sufficiently pissed. It is going to move equal to speed in a straight line, ignoring engagement. What's his fucking speed? What in tarnation? For real.
Hopefully less than 7.
It's pretty solid, but... Ooh. 8.
So it only ignores engagement, right? It doesn't not provoke attacks of opportunity, because those are 2 different things.
It might do both. Ignoring reactions and engagement.
Okay, yeah.
So it is... It's actually going to do this just to one person, and that is Firefly.
She likes me already.
Moves space is equal to speed, Mr. Line.
Who made Doom
Alright.
into a giant crab?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wham! Moves through you, trampling you. Straight up just causing 8 points of kinetic damage. You're still upright. But you take 8 points of kinetic damage, not armor piercing. And... how do I make it invisible?
I think there's an
As-
invisible token.
Toggles. It will remain visible. I don't know. As
It's just an invisible thing, so we know it's there. It's just 50-50 mischance.
oh, that's true. But it as it hits a snowbank, it actually burrows down inside of it, rapidly disappearing into a tunnel of whirling claws and just snow mist.
Okay.
So you have a 50-50 chance of hitting it just right off the bat. As you can see where it's going roughly, just by the trail of destruction that it's leaving in the snow, as it's kind of curving around to possibly get everyone.
Exactly on my turn there.
Firefly, who goes next?
Safinara's character, Jan.
All right, Arbiter. I gotta add Arbiter's mech to the inventory.
Probably also fix mine because I'm no longer using the goblin. I'm now using the swallowtail.
Arbiter, we cannot hear you.
I spent half my movement to stand up.
All right, up.
Okay,
Then
so as a reaction at the beginning of Arbiter's turn, I'm going to make a tech attack against it to use my free lock on. I get 1 free lock on per turn as a reaction.
All right.
That is going to be a 20 something.
Is that during each allied player's turn?
So once per round as a reaction, I can, during an allied player's turn, do a lock on.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to say, everyone, don't consume this lock on, because as long as that lock on is there, we don't have the 50% miss chance.
I'm guessing you rolled above a 10 E defense or a tech attack.
24.
20? Yeah. Okay. I shouldn't ask.
Okay. So I stand up. I am going to hunter lock the crab.
Gotcha.
Choose a character within sensors. It doesn't say line of sight. For the rest of the scene, your first successful ranged or melee attack against them deals +3 bonus damage. You cannot choose a new target until your current target is destroyed or the scene ends.
All right. Since there's only one, keep track of it.
Yep. I am then going to activate a quick action. The Aya of Caesar. I can't even pronounce this. Ziza. Create a blast 2 area within range and line of sight that lasts until the end of the scene or until you use this action again. The first time each turn a hostile character in this area is hit by a ranged or melee attack, they release a discharge of energy. All hostile characters at least partly in the area, including the original character, take 1 AP damage. So burst 2, I will designate like the snowdrift that it went into.
All right. Burst 2. So that is going to be a... That's a lame color.
It's your GM color.
Ugh. Blech. I forgot to press apply. There we go. Make me pink. There we go. Okay. So it'll be roughly about yay big. It's burst 2.
Yep.
Because I can't move that now. Down. All right.
Okay, then I will use a quick action to apply... which one do I go with? I'm going to use the Imperial Eye on Firefly. It's a quick attack action. An allied character in sensor range gains a disruptive charge until the start of your next turn. When a hostile character moves to a space within 3 of that character, the charge sparks to that character, ending this effect. Characters that start the turn within range 3 of the charge character are unaffected until they move outside of the area and re-enter it. The character struck by the charge must pass an engineering save or take 1 AP energy damage and be knocked back 2 spaces, knocked prone, and shredded until the end of their turn.
Ooh,
Damn.
that's pretty rough.
Actually, speaking of shredded, because I target locked it, does also technically get shredded on it.
So yeah, could we put a token on Firefly to note that he has the Imperial Eye? Watch. Or her.
Maybe do the spotted. Here we go.
I think that's just a generic buff token.
Yeah, any generic buff token would work.
So if it moves within range 3 of me, it activates.
Yeah, it basically it lightning arcs off you and knocks it over. It only deals 1 damage, but it's the fact that it knocks it back 2 spaces, knocks it prone, and shreds it.
Nice.
We'll just keep it like near him. There we go.
And I will move diagonally 2 spaces since I still have a little bit of movement left. And
Alright. And then your turn.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I partly shrunk my tokens, because being shrunk makes them a little bit easier to work with.
That's fair. I'll make him a little bit bigger.
I think I just reduced mine about 5 from the standard.
It is. it is going to go first. And at the start of its turn, it's going to remove one of the conditions, and that is going to be lock on. As some strange sort of mineral composition within the snow kind of disturbs the sensor qualities. You've been noticing kind of a slight fuzziness, maybe from some silica or like maybe some iron or aluminum inside the snow itself. But Cassandra the Pissed is That's a recharge of 5, so I want, actually that's the D3. I want it back. 4, it does not get it back. But it can move without any penalty.
Yep. I mean, that area doesn't matter unless it's attacked inside it anyway,
1,
so.
2, 3, 4,
The
5,
eye would...
6,
the eye-
7, 8.
Dova, the
You're right
eye would
there.
the eye would
Alright.
activate before it got that far. It would activate as soon as it got, like, here.
As soon as it moves within 2
Within 3.
or within 3.
And
So
3.
the second it crosses that line,
It's going to try that hull save. Actually, hold on one sec.
Engineering save, not hull save.
Oh, engineering.
And
Ooh,
it has to be a save target of 14.
14. All right. Let's see. Actually, I gotta check if it gets any. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. It does not get any advantages, so it has to beat a 16. Bada bing.
Wow.
Does it automatically proc?
Hey,
Or does it stay until it actually does damage?
it automatically procs, so it's gone from him.
All right.
It's until an enemy moves or until my next turn, basically.
Gotcha. Cassandra the Pissed is going to. It's going to make a melee attack against Arbiter, I believe. Not quite like in the cut of your jib. This is with 2 accuracy. Let me use my dice. 2 accuracy and then +6. That is 10, so 16 to hit.
That will hit.
All right.
I immediately release a burst 1 AoE around myself, and all enemies take 1 AP energy.
All right.
Sovereign Presence.
Gotcha. As you take 12 points of kinetic damage, a gigantic barbed claw with mineral hardness and composition, much like that of Durasteel, just slams down on you with pure savage rage. I'm guessing that would put you into structure, unless you have mad
No.
overshield right now.
My overshield starts at the start of combat. I don't need to act.
All right.
So that puts me down to 4 HP, but you took all of my overshield, but I'm still standing.
You still up.
I'm still standing.
Who is going next, Arbiter?
I think McHammer should probably go.
All right. McHammer, you are up. Big, gigantic snow crab right in front of you, beating the shit out of your friends.
I didn't even know I was there, so...
Yep, you are right here. You caught up just at the last second.
Alright, I'll launch a Shatterhead Colony Missile.
All right. Does that get any penalties for being adjacent? I know you
I
can't
have
be
no
affected
idea.
by difficulty at the end.
I have no idea.
Is it a CQC weapon? Does it have a threat range?
No, it doesn't. It's a long-range missile.
so it would probably have a difficulty unless it's smart.
But
Or
it actually
seeking.
has a specific rule that it never gets difficulty.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Where lies sight, still affected by cover, so yeah, should just be able to go right ahead. So go ahead and roll to hit with a d20 plus 3, so just your grit.
10.
10? 10 is not going to hit. As the various bits of shrapnel and concussive force slam against the hardened sort of mineral-laced chitin, this menacing spikes. Some of them shattering off, but not actually damaging to the whatever sort of biomass lies underneath. All right, so that was your quick action. Would you like to do anything else?
I got nothing else to do, so...
All right. If you do stay still, you will, in fact, get frozen in place due to the extreme cold. So you'll either need to move, boost, or gain heat in any way to avoid being stuck your turn. So if you want to, you can just overcharge, or you can just move one space to the side. That wouldn't proc any sort of Overwatch. I think. I can't remember if it's...
As long as you don't
starts
leave its
movement.
threat range.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was if it just begins movement within your space.
I think there are specific reactions which go for that, but I'm fairly certain as long as it doesn't leave your threat range, it doesn't get over the standard over.
It does actually. It triggers when you start movement within their threat range, which their threat range is at least 1. You figure.
All default threat range is 1 for melee weapon.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have extreme range. That is.
I will use my hard light defense system.
All right. How big is the dome for that?
Burst 3.
Burst 3. All right. Let me do a box of pink. And that is 1, 2, 3. Thank you, sir, for marking out the corners. 1, 2, 3. That is the hard light barrier. Good gourd.
And that causes 2 heat, so...
All right, you are not frozen in place.
I'm going to generate 1 heat for you because you have all heat generated.
Yep.
Do
Since
what?
you are in such a cold place, you don't take as much heat. So instead of 2, it'd be 1 because you have resistance right now.
Okay.
All right. That is the end of your turn. Who goes next? People who have not gone are Tanuki and Scrapper.
I'll say Tanuki.
Tanuki, you are currently stuck in place, so you will need to make, I believe, an engineering check to break free. You want to
generate heat.
yeah. Hull save as a quick action, or in some way generate heat.
Okay.
But you won't be able to move until you generate that heat.
Which
Right.
means if you decide to overcharge, you'll generate heat immediately.
Yeah. Do I have a certain modifier on hull saves that I could find in Cupcon?
It would be your hull.
Your hull stat.
Yeah, your hull stat.
You-
If it's 10, it ought to be 10-ish, I think. But you basically its difference from 10 is the modifier you add. So if your hull is 11, you add +1. If it's 6, you subtract 4. And you also add your grit since it's a save.
Okay. I'm seeing hull at 2.
I guess +2 then.
All right.
+2 plus your.
+2. So I was looking at these stats wrong. They're arranged a little bit differently. So yeah,
So roll and add 5.
I would like to use a reaction to add a leadership die to Tanuki.
I think you've already used that reaction, unless you can add it at any point. Or actually, no, it's been your turn, so yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. And it specifically says you can now issue a command as a reaction at the start of any other player's turn.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You
So-
get to add 1d6 to this if you want.
Okay, I do.
All right.
My hull is 2 plus grit, you said?
Yep, 2 plus grit, so that would be 5, and then plus
Plus
a
a-
d6.
Plus a d6, plus a d.
Okay, I'm trying to find grit on here now. I'm trying to find everything.
You're at 3
Yep.
grit. Everybody's at 3 grit.
Okay,
Your attack bonus is the same as your grit.
alright. That means, yeah, I need 5.
Yep, and the DC, yeah, DC is 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's DC?
Just any a generic save DC, especially for like environmental effects, is 10. So you'll have to beat 10.
Okay. What's the 5 then?
The 5 is your grit plus your hull. Your grit is
Right.
3, your hull is 2. You're adding
Yeah.
plus 5 to the roll, plus a d6.
Okay, I'm adding plus 5. That's where it's going. I was wondering about the relevance.
Rob. Oh, plenty.
So you can choose not to consume the d6 if you wish. And
If I
hang
am
up-
able, if I'm able to afterwards, after the roll to choose not to, then I shall.
All right.
Let me read the
Um,
leadership.
Either way, that would definitely be enough. As you are able to break out.
These are your tokens. Why do you keep throwing them over my way?
Great question. Throwing only begets throwing.
I was actually trying to get it on the pile.
Oh.
I used to get the last one, I threw it, and it landed on and clicked into place, and I'm like, that was cool. But no one saw it.
Firefly, how much longer do you have?
Probably like 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna head off around 9:30.
We can finish this round of combat, and then you're gonna head out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It finishes round of combat, and Firefly gets swallowed whole.
Firefly gets
So-
just yeeted to the mountains.
So I passed the check to move.
Alright.
Out of that, and then
So
attack.
your all right. Go ahead and roll to attack. So this would be with one weapon.
Yeah,
You are
that would be
adjacent.
that'd be the 8. So
Alright.
roll into attack. Yeah, I'm definitely in range. This be
This would be with 1 difficulty.
okay.
Or you could cancel that out with that leadership die that you currently have. All
I'll cancel that out.
right. So it would just be normal.
Okay.
So this plus 3. 9 plus 3 is going to be 12, which is not enough. This thing is, in addition to being fairly well armored, is very fast. And in seeing a bit of energy kind of gathering at just kind of a glint of motion from you, it's able to move in just a way to make the shot deflect. Not really sure if that was instinct or planned out or what. I'm guessing you want to add your 1 AP damage. That you can just do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. The shot still does manage to at least crack the armor a little bit. The damage did go through though. That's just a description. Last person to go, Scrapper. Good to see that you're back. I saw that you were talking a second ago.
All right, it's time for Scrapper to stand up.
All right, there's half your movement. You are up.
Scrapper is also unfortunately going to take 2 heat because they're half inside that hard light shield.
Ooh, that's true.
Wow, 1 heat.
Yeah.
All right.
Hot, 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 hot.
All right.
Actually, nice and warm, and you're not gonna freeze.
I won't.
Yeah, that's why I figured that would be a good idea.
Well,
Drop it
I might
down,
need
and
you
now
to-
people have somewhere to go to get heat to stave off
Anyway. Time for
Well,
a step
you
back
could
with
be
my
one.
remaining
I'll be done.
movement.
All right, yeah, will prompt a attack.
Doing
As it is going to make an Overwatch attack, seeing you try to retreat. It's not AP or anything, so you don't have to worry about that, but it is still big bones damage. 11 plus 6, 17, that hits. 12 points of... Actually, never mind. You would be within its threat when you began your movement. Since you are passing through the shield, you're no longer, but you still take that attack as you leave it. So yeah, 12 points of kinetic damage, and that gets reduced heavily by your armor, I imagine.
Yes, but it is now 9.
Ooh. All right, your turn. You cannot see it as it is on the other side of the hard light barrier.
Yeah, that's the
Well-
unfortunate side effect of the hard light barrier.
You can move to here if you want.
Oh,
I'd say you can revise your move because you know for a fact
Okay.
exactly where this is.
I was here, so maybe I could just be here.
Yeah.
So we can't see through the hard light barrier?
You
No.
can't
Yes.
see through it.
Cool.
Time to spin up my gun.
All right. So that was your movement
And that's my
and
action.
a quick action. You've got another quick
So-
action left, so you can.
I will shoot it with an assault rifle.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack. Doesn't get any benefit from armor. Let's see. It is an engagement with a friendly, so you do get 1 difficulty.
14.
14. The difficulty matters.
All right.
So that's going to be 17 so far.
I shall borrow this dice. Oh no, there.
What is that all
9.
about? Redo that. That was funky.
That was pretty funky. Okay, that's better.
There we go. There's some good rolling. 17, 16, that hits. Damage?
All right. It is a D6.
D6?
Yes.
Jumping for joy.
5.
5 plus anything?
No, 5 plus nothing.
5 plus nothing, no armor. That knocks it into its first point of structure.
Ooh.
2. Oh, you asshole. That was on a 1.
That was
As
on
with-
a 1. I'm annoyed.
Oh,
And then
no,
roll-
that was
that-
that was the amount of kinetic damage took additionally, as you actually sever one of its sort of lesser claws off. It's got like 2 big honking claws and got like 2 medium-sized claws. You knock one of the medium-sized claws off as it screeches.
Nice.
It is now slowed for the rest of the scene, and it took 1 point of structure. Ooh. Oh, it gives me the table too. All right, so is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, cool. Who goes after the monster on this next turn? Figure that out because I am going to use the bathroom very fast. Zerth,
Yep.
thank you for sticking around.
No problem.
I'll make sure that Firefly survives.
Yes.
Probably.
I'll wait till my turn up this, and then I'll leave.
In that case,
You
we
for your
want to
turn?
get
I gotta use the
Firefly
bathroom.
first, and then
Yeah. All right, so you'll be up first after it, but I gotta hit the bathroom extremely hard.
Cassandra, a valiant member of our party, going down in a glory.
Someone in chat asked what are we fighting. I'm just going to grab Cassandra and move it up to the camera for Zim. Because it's Zim's camera so so the viewers can see it. Let's see if I can get this right. Well, a slight delay here, chat, so my apologies if I
A little
get
bit
this wrong.
farther down. Yeah, right there.
Where'd he go?
I'm holding it up to the camera for,
Stop it.
for chat.
Oh, oh, gotcha. Oh, sorry, I took it.
Okay. I was holding it up for the chat
Aha.
so they can see what it was.
That's right. It was right here. It was adjacent, right there.
Yeah, it was right there.
Oh, my headphone is
apologies.
acting. No problem. I just thought one of you chuckle monkeys just threw it in like a bag somewhere, hoping I wouldn't notice.
No, it was me showing it to the chat.
If it was a drone, probably. It's kind of hard to miss the big ass monster.
All right. So, it's gonna go first since you guys went last. Start of the second round, which first round, my goodness, that took a little while. Start of its turn. Oops. That's a D3. 5 up, it gets to regain its charge. 5, it regains it.
5 up t-shirt save, yeah. Dova knows what I'm talking about.
I think so. Maybe.
It's ward save on either kill team or just standard ward.
Oh, yeah.
The Imperial Guards, they get a t-shirt save.
Yep.
Also, it's better than the Gaunts and Gants, which get a 6-up save, even though it's supposed to be armored.
I think some of the drones get like the Tau drones get like a 6-up. They're technically invulnerable.
They also get a 4-up invuln. It's a 6-up feel no pain.
Custodians get a 2-up in Von save. It's great.
It's fucking disgusting.
I thought it was 2-up armor, 3-up invuln.
All right. Anyways, it gets that back. It is going to remove the shredded condition from itself, since it's the start of its turn.
It can't see me, so
it cannot. As it is going to move forward just a little bit. Firefly, you do get a Overwatch attack.
Cool.
It is pissed at Scrapper.
Doesn't Tanuki also get an Overwatch attack since it's starting movement within his range, within his frat range?
Exactly. Actually, that's true. I believe McHammer, Tanuki. I think actually everyone except for Scrapper and Watchtower, you get to use your Overwatch right now if you want to.
Yeah, I'll use it.
All right. Is going to take 2 points of damage, since it is going through that energy field. It does not take heat. It just goes straight to energy.
I mean, it's really cold, so I'd be surprised if it spontaneously combusts.
It's also biological. It's not like it has a
threat
cooling
attack
system.
to...
Technically, the any weapon has a threat range of 1, but you're making the attack with 1 difficulty.
So I'm making it with no difficulty.
Yep.
$14.
14. All right, that does not hit.
Alright.
Its evasion is 15, by the way.
I'm gonna. Oh my god, what was that called? Oh yeah, fuel rod gun. I'm gonna shoot that at it.
Interesting. Oh, give me a good wiggle roll. Just toss it. There you go.
It wouldn't let go.
Oh. I don't think you can add any modifiers to that to make that work.
I could add. Yeah, I mean, I could even like investigate plus
If you
6.
can, if you can figure out somewhere to grab a plus 10 modifier from that, then you could, but probably
Like,
not.
I made a decoration of Mick Hammer going into my into the gravity chamber that is foolproof. I don't know if I could get 10 out of anything on my sheet.
Technically, when it started its movement, it was not within threat range for you, Arbiter, since it was inside
Yeah.
the other side of the energy shield.
That's why I
however-
didn't ask for. That's why I didn't ask for an Overwatch, but Tanuki still gets.
Gotcha. Tanuki, you want to make an Overwatch attack?
Oh yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll a attack with the weapon that you'd like to use. With
You know
one.
what-
All right.
You
with
know which one I want to use.
one difficulty.
All right. This time, I don't have to worry about that yet. Actually, no.
Ooh, it hits.
Now I have to worry about it. The damage will be 3.
3. All right.
4. Sorry.
4. Gotcha. All right, and that's it.
That's all for me.
All right. It's gonna make one attack at Scrapper, and then kind of a backhand attack towards Tanuki.
Hey.
You've been consistently shooting at it, so it kind of sees that as a bit of a threat. This first one's towards Scrapper.
I figured it was going to target me the first time.
12 plus 5, 17, 23. And it does fixed damage, so 15, 5, 10, 16, or 20, 16, 26. Alright, so both of them hit, both of them do 12 points of kinetic damage.
What?
12.
Alright, that's my first point of structure.
Alright, go ahead and give me a structure roll.
Oh boy. Five.
5? Alright.
Okay.
I don't have it open right now. I believe that is going to be stabilizing, actually. I don't think that's actually too bad at all.
No, it's not. It's pretty good.
Hey.
Oh,
So I
wait,
take-
hold on, my paint.
Yeah, your paint. I was about to remind you of that.
No.
Alright. Reference, so 5 or 6 glancing blow. You're impaired to the end of your next turn. I'll grab a status thingy for that. I thought I had impaired. It's invisible that I have. Critical shutdown. We'll just do. Oh, perfect. It actually has impaired. I thought it was general debuff. So that means everything's at 1 difficulty until the end of your turn, basically. That is it. Firefly, your turn.
Funking emoji.
Oh, by the way, this guy's been driving off at full speed this whole time. He's been
Coward.
getting the fuck out of here. He's not gonna get in the way.
Firefly's like, Cassandra will not hurt you. She is
Alright.
just having a personal dispute with us. We will take care of it.
I know exactly where he's going at all times because I attached my drone onto his car.
Yeah, you know exactly where he's going. He is
If I
wa-
was,
What?
I was about to say, if I was really worried about him taking off, I'd fire a bolt of lightning at him across the fucking mountain.
I'm going to.
Quick question. I took 12 damage. Where do I put that?
Is
Never
your
mind.
is your mech in the active play mode? In that, you should be able to edit your mech stats and heat and all that stuff. Bottom left corner should be a little power button.
Yep. Okay. And I take it straight from HP?
Minus
do you have
armor.
any? Yep. So subtract armor first, and then the rest of it goes to HP.
I don't see armor anywhere.
It should be beside HP above heat if it's going to be anywhere. If you don't see any, then it's just straight damage.
Okay.
Right.
That means I have 4 HP left.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right.
I got 3. I'm not doing
Sorry.
so well.
5 HP.
5. All right.
I need more heat.
Overcharge.
Do it. Send it.
I'm gonna overcharge. I need
Alright.
heat.
It's gonna be 1d3, I believe.
It's 1 for the first one, then it's 1d3 for every. Then for the second one, then it's 2d3.
1d3. I can check. But I think this is your second overcharge, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's 1d3.
I got brain going.
Except for my heat got reset to 0 when I shot the fuel rod cannon.
Ah.
So I'm up to 1.
Yeah, it's 1d3. It's 1, then 1d3, then 1d6, then 1d6 plus something for every
Plus
heat
3, I think.
overcharge. Yeah.
Alright, so I roll a d3.
1d6 plus 4. Ooh. Yeah, 1d3.
What happened to it?
It fell off.
Oh, too much power.
Roll it again.
Oh, just press
Careful.
R if you can. Like,
I
for
mean,
it
I'll
on
let
the-
you take that 3 if you want.
I will take that 3.
All right, it becomes 2.
Okay. Alright,
So,
so
your 2 AP kinetic, your 2 AP energy damage for gaining.
mhm. So I'm going to shoot her with an art projector.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do something even better. I'm gonna use my hunter talent and fly 3 spaces towards it, where I ram a knife into its side.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Alright.
No difficulty, no accuracy. Ooh, that hits.
Oh, beautiful.
Damage.
D1d3 plus 1.
Actually, that's 21. That's a crit.
Oh, sweet.
I think you get to roll twice and choose.
Alright.
Did it take the 2 AP energy for Firefly gaining heat?
Yep, it did.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes. Oh, I'm not in danger zone yet. I have nothing. I have something else that's even awesome when I get in the danger zone.
Big sad.
Oh, huge sadness. No wow. And then I'm gonna shoot it with a pistol. Just to
Alright.
really piss this thing off.
Fair enough. 1 difficulty. It's possible. 19. You have to roll a
D6.
4 below a 4. Ooh.
Mm,
10 plus 3, 13 is not gonna hit.
okay. I hit the carapace. It just kind of out. But I get 2 heat to myself, so it takes 2 more AP damage.
Does that just keep proccing forever?
It's whenever I take heat. It's a passive ability.
Gotcha. All right.
So I'm up to 5 heat now.
Sorry, big yawn. That's danger zone, right?
Let's see. Danger zone is half of my total heat. My total heat is 13, so I think danger zone would be 7 because it's rounded up.
I think so, yeah.
So I need 2 more heat. And then the magic happens.
Hell yeah.
Um,
All right. Who goes next?
I'm sorry to say, Zerf, it's only once per
is it?
passive charged exoskeleton. Once per round, when you take heat, you may deal 2 AP energy damage to a character within range.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mine doesn't say that on my side.
Are you using the online app or the old app?
The online one.
That's odd, because I'm literally looking at the Manticore in the frame reference.
Well, maybe it's
Also-
just a glitch on my side.
Also,
Yeah.
the flavor text on the Manticore goes all freaking virusy if you have.
That it does.
Yeah.
Super cool.
All right, so that's good to know. I'm gonna reset my. Actually, I gotta log off anyway. So I'm using an older version of it.
Maybe. It's been great having you.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
will
well, it's a
see you
pleasure.
later. See you on Tuesday, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Just message me later the outcome with Cassandra.
Will do. I think it's gonna be a violent outcome. I'm gonna be real.
So sad.
Who's gonna go next after you?
I'll say Mick Hammer.
McHammer? All right.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
Good night.
All right. So, Cassandra the Pissed is safe to say pissed. I'd go after Firefly, but they're gone. So we're gonna do something nice and elegant. And we're gonna have an attack go towards Firefly.
Actually, I got a really good idea for this one.
Yeah.
It attacks Firefly. I use the they're actually not here teleport and miscalculate how far.
I was gonna say that Firefly gets smacked out of the way and then like sinks down into the ice because their mech is so hot and gets
Okay.
stuck.
Just thinking of ideas.
Fair enough.
Also, doesn't the prophetic thing require line of sight?
Actually,
so,
it does, yeah.
As a backhand swing, smacks Firefly straight in the chest, having been kind of focused on doing a lot of damage, sending her spiraling out, knocking her back into a snowbank, which due to the immense heat that she's been generating recently, she sinks into, and as the ice kind of remelts a little bit, she is firmly stuck, yelling profanities over the intercom.
I'm pretty sure it's profanities about Cassandra's worth being decreased now.
Yeah, something like that. Movement started within Scrapper, Tanuki, and Arbiter's threat range. Since it would be out here, it takes 2 points of energy damage as it passes through the shield. Its evasion is 15. That's what you have to roll. 1 difficulty since it is a close range. If it's not, or if you don't have anything to sort of bypass that.
I'm just firing with an axe as well.
All right. So that's versus its E defense. 10.
Wonderful. I wanted to fire as well since it left my threat range.
All right. Oh, you get your big gun, don't you?
I do. I've had it
Alright.
prepared.
That
think-
is plus grit. That's 15.
15. All right. That hits. Scrapper, for firing your main weapon, is it a barrage action or a skirmish action? I'm not sure you can fire your Gatling cannon as a quick action. Since Overwatch is basically a quick action, just
Alright, I guess my
He
regular.
does have an assault rifle he can fire, though, doesn't he?
I really wanted to, though.
I mean, you can be up very soon, and it is right there. Heck, I don't
Yeah.
think you'll even have difficulty.
Okay,
Alright,
so
regular gun.
You go ahead and roll. No difficulty. Actually, it would start within 1 range, so it would be 1 difficulty. Two. That would not be enough, but you do have reliable, so it does deal that
Or,
at least.
4 damage, I believe, or was it 3? No, it deals 2 reliable.
2 reliable. All right. And that even, I think that goes through armor as well. The reliable damage. No matter what, at the end, you deal 2 damage.
Reliable damage inherits other tags such as AP and base damage type, but not tags that require a hit, such as knockback.
Gotcha. So if it can acquire AP, that likely means it doesn't go through armor.
Yeah.
All right.
So I deal 1 energy damage to it with my Nexus, and my Nexus profile upgrades to target acquired, which means that any further attacks from that Nexus are now seeking and reliable free.
Ooh.
Until I shoot another Nexus, until I shoot another target with the Nexus.
Gotcha. And there's only 1 target, so.
Yep.
Even though its armor is fairly thick, you did do a good deal of damage, Scrapper. It's got a lot of holes in it, a lot of dents, a lot of cracks. Not having a good time, but some sort of animalistic rage is driving it on further. As it sees a lot of energy and heat pouring out of McHammer, it's getting pissed, and it's going to smash you, McHammer. Really likes to spread the pain around, you know? Spread the joy. +5, 15 +5, 20, 26 to hit is going to hit. And McHammer, you're going to take 12 points of kinetic damage.
How much?
12.
Okay.
Reduced by armor.
I think Saladin has 2.
Okay, the points you take are reduced by armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'm probably going to be a higher HP. Let's see.
Did you
Well,
find your armor value?
Yeah, you said you couldn't find an armor value earlier. That's what we told you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Then I'm where I'm at. Okay, good.
Saladin has 1 armor. Never mind. All right, and I don't think that would put you to structure, right, McHammer?
No, I'm still, I've got 17 HP.
All right. Up next is McHammer. What you doing?
Well, I can't move. So...
Well, you could drop the thing because you're not taking any attacks from outside of the shield.
Alright, I will drop it.
All right.
Over there.
Since you are beginning movement inside its threat range, it is going to lash out, try to keep you from leaving.
Thought
It's
his
a bit
fat
angry.
range was 1.
That it is.
McHammer started here, so...
Oh, he was right here.
I was right next
No.
to
No,
it.
it was
Oh, okay.
Is it? It moved to make an attack on him. 1, 2, 3, I believe. All right. 10 plus 6, 16, 24. That'll hit. So 12 more points of kinetic damage.
I'm going to, at this point, now that I can see, use my prophetic injunction.
All right. As it turns out, that was. Sorry.
Yep, you gain resistance to the attack, and McHammer, you can teleport 3 spaces any direction in addition to your movement.
All right. So basically, you can teleport to where you're at right now. And you still have your full movement.
So with resistance, it would just be a -5 then after my armor?
No, it'd be so you'd take.
So
Or
it'd
no,
be
with-
reduced to
Roll damage to
6, and then my
Either
armor
way, it
would
would be
reduce it to
6.
5.
Okay.
I think
So
armor
which
goes
was-
first before resistance.
I thought resistance was half, then minus.
Yeah, it's resistance, then armor.
Really? I'm gonna check real quick because I had that wrong then. Characters with resistance reduce damage, heat, or any type by half after armor has been applied.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
armor
actually
first,
better.
and then resistance. So 1 that makes it 6. As again, the world seems to kind of pause for a moment with those little like VCR scan lines. As it turns out, you weren't actually right there. You were kind of over here. But the distortion still does cause a good bit of damage to your mech.
Less than what it would have taken if he'd taken the hit full.
Yeah, that would have been rough if you took it full.
I'm still in structure.
All right. Ooh, one ain't good.
Mecha stunned. Alright. Well, then I'm done.
Is that what that does? Direct hit. Till the end of your next turn, yeah. I'd say the next turn is right now. So that would just be right then. But starting now, you can still take reactions and do all that sort of jazz.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't have reactions, so.
Well, since it happened during your turn, I'd say this would be your next turn. So stunned is over. You just basically lost out on this turn. All right. McHammer, who goes next? The only people that have gone this round is Firefly and yourself.
Watchtower.
Watchtower? All right. First is going to be Cassandra's turn.
Cinder doesn't like that I'm just buffing everyone and teleporting people around.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As it almost rolls up into an armadillo-like ball, churning forward with just almost like the sound of saw blades. Watchtower, Scrapper, and Tanuki. You guys all take 8 points of kinetic damage. Actually, sorry. Give me an agility save. Tanuki, Scrapper, and Watchtower.
I would like.
Go ahead.
I would like to add a leadership dice to Watchtower in order to he can either use it to help him dodge or reduce the damage because that's what rank 3 in leadership.
All right. Scrapper, that is not going to make it.
Also be right back.
All right.
I have also failed.
I believe I've made that with a non-natural.
Ooh, yeah,
20.
you made it. You do not take any damage.
Thank goodness.
Yep, and that was agility. You have a leadership die.
That's at 9. What's the DC?
I don't think I can tell you before you use that die.
That was a 10 total.
10 total. 10 is not going to make it.
Okay.
DC for that is 14. Actually, sorry, 15.
So I needed to roll a 10 as a full 6 to make it OD.
All right, so you take 8 points of kinetic damage. And you are not knocked prone or anything.
I just came back. Did he use the leadership dice for the save or to reduce that?
For the save.
On the save.
Okay.
How much HP total do you have?
9.
9?
So I'm on 1.
Seeing this sort of shiny, sort of weird, fuzzy thing in front of it, it's going to do something a little bit different.
Actually, was that an attack it made against me?
It was an attack.
Alright. Odds it missed. I'm invisible. It's a hit anyway, but I'm actually invisible.
All right. I assume actually, since you are invisible, it is going to roll to, or it's going to try to attack you. Odds it hits. That's a 1. It hits.
My invisibility doesn't seem to be doing much.
It's just pure luck. I'm guessing that a 15 is better than your evasion.
Yes.
All right. You are now grappled. As one of its larger claws clamps down around your mech, seemingly delicate enough to not outright crush you in half. It seems more curious than anything else, as far as your kind of weird, shimmery, sort of shiny mech. And McHammer, who is going to go next? I think you might have said, but I forgot.
He said Watchtower.
Watchtower? Right, I forgot. Watchtower, you're up. So,
Alright.
to break out, contested hull check as a quick act.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make that. I'm not going to fire my guns because I think firing my guns when it's holding me like this is probably just going to make you go squish. However, let's try some fun stuff. So we're going to go with the start with Markalite,
All right.
just to target lock it and give anyone who wants to take a free shot.
I'd say since he's right there, since you are technically grappled on him, something like a marker light might automatically hit.
Well, that is an 11. Or an 11 hit E defense.
Yeah, it'll go past its E defense.
Yeah, that's all I needed anyway, so.
Alright.
Alright, so it now does get my fancy target lock. And if it's just looking at the shiny, then it's just another shiny thing. I'm gonna have to overcharge to get another action, because that's a full attack, but worst case scenario, yeah, I take one more heat, I'm still good on that front.
Alright.
So, and the next thing I'm going to do is do a... Who's been attacking most? Who from what I've been seeing, so I've been observing everything, who's been most angry?
Scrapper's been pounded pretty relentlessly. Definitely the most hurt one. He's gone through 1 point of structure.
So is McHammer, though, right? He's gone through 1 point of structure as well.
That he has. Both of them have.
Okay.
And McHammer seems to be the less durable one out of the two.
Alright, so the one that's been attacking the most, Scrapper, is now a clone of digital clone. So the fourth idol of Scrapper here.
Alright.
Gun wiring pointing at the creature.
Alright. So basically a mimic right there.
It looks like to everything it's false idol, illusionary decoy. It appears real to everything.
Sick nasty.
Basically it's the same as my wall, but instead of making a flat wall, I can make an actual clone of a character.
Alright.
And that's my full turn, and I'm not adjacent to anyone, so I can't give anyone a free attack, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
So next I would actually give Scrapper. Scrapper hasn't gone yet.
Alright. And since it has gone through all of its turns, it is just you guys.
Go ahead, Scrapper, and eat the and use the lock on for the free crit.
You ready to do big dick damage, Scrapper? If you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
Gusty.
Scrapper. Oh, what a time. What a time to not be at the keyboard.
That's happened a lot tonight.
Got
Is it
busy
better?
stuff happen.
Because because of the target lock. It's also shredded.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Scrapper minigun auto crit on a shredded target.
He needs a barrage to fire the minigun now.
Still. Please. Alright, well, if you want to switch to someone else.
But this is, basically it's this isn't the free attack. This is his turn. This is
Yeah.
actually his barrage action. This is going to be him just lining it up and releasing it.
Can also come back to him.
I think he may kill it.
He's dead. Dusty, if one last reminder, if you are trying to talk, we cannot hear you. You are muted. Alright, no response. You want to go someone else? We'll come back to him.
Yeah, well, Arbiter's the only other person who hasn't gone yet, aren't they?
We got Tanuki and Arbiter.
Oh, okay. I thought Tanuki had gone. So I'll give it to Tanuki then.
Alright.
Awesome,
I'll just ask
I am here.
Please don't eat the lock on.
I won't.
Tanuki, my boy.
My boy.
Alright, technically, it would be with one difficulty since Watchtower is currently engaged.
Okay.
Grappled.
I definitely have the range for this. I
Definitely.
don't need to move.
No.
Unless
You might
there's-
want to take a sidestep if you want to avoid getting frozen solid.
Dover, can I at least, because this was the plan, it was after Scrapper fired, was then to use my free action to apply the next lock on for either Tanuki or Arbiter. Am I able to roll for that extra lock on so you can at least get it without consuming the auto crit one?
So,
Basically, just give him advantage on the roll.
So you basically just do that right now instead of
Yeah,
Sorry,
well,
I'm
so I can do one free standard lock on as a reaction at the beginning of an ally's turn. The original plan was that Scrapper would use the lock on here because this is a critical lock on.
Gotcha, and then the other one would not be a critical lock on.
Yeah. So am I able to give Tanuki attempt to give Tanuki a non-critical lock on here, assuming that one would have been used by Scrapper?
Yeah, since it was originally the plan for Scrapper to go ahead.
I wouldn't mind a lock on either because I get to knock it prone because of Storm.
Alright, where's the hard light going to spawn?
Hard light barrier is down.
Okay, but you said frozen solid. Where's that gonna?
Basically, if you're not moving, if you don't move or boost within your turn or gain some sort of heat, then you freeze solid and then you're immobile. You're basically stuck to the ground.
So there's a second non-critical lock on. I should use the critical token for critical lock on, shouldn't I?
Its E-defense is 10. So a 5 plus, I think you get mad bonuses. I think you get plus 6 to lock on, right?
Plus 7, and I rolled a 6.
Alright, that'll do it.
So you can, either of you, depending on which you want, can eat a standard lock on from them to get advantage. But we'll leave the critical lock on because I want to see what Scrapper's giant gun does with that.
I am curious. Alright. Tanuki, go ahead and roll an attack for me, because I'm guessing you would like to attack.
I definitely do.
Alright.
Okay, lock on does what?
It gives you
Sorry?
accuracy, right?
Plus 1 accuracy.
So that would even out since Watchtower is basically in the same spot, or in the same area.
Lovely.
So that'd be
Okay.
flat plus 3, I believe, because your advantage or your grit.
Yeah.
Ooh. Unfortunately, I don't believe that would be enough to hit.
It was worth a try.
All right, but it still does 1 AP damage.
Right.
All right. Ba ba ba. Bada bing.
Is Scrapper
now?
back yet?
I don't think so. I want to see. I want to know if you can do another attack with like your pistols and stuff. Because if you're doing a barrage attack, if you're just standing there for a full action,
If there are auxiliary weapons, then yeah, they should be able. You should be able to fire both pistols.
so you can fire your main weapon as well as your handguns. So the
talking
Tanuki.
Oh, we're
Tanuki.
talking about me. Okay.
Yeah. Since you're doing a barrage, so basically you're using your full action to attack. You can also attack with your auxiliary weapons. So one
Well,
of
I
your
did-
auxiliary mounts.
I did move. Does
That's a
that
move.
change
Is a move
things?
is separate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in that case, I will use those pistols.
All right. So these are both at 1 difficulty. Since the lock-on was consumed. So go ahead and roll 2 of them. Minus 1d6.
Minus 1d6.
1d6, yep. Alright, so 16 and a 14. Go ahead and roll your disadvantage one at a time. So 16 plus your 3. That'd be 19 minus 2. That's a 17. That would hit. Second one. Ooh. 14 plus 3, 18, 13. That is not going to hit.
One isn't.
That's not
worst.
bad. And that's the first one, so that gets the bonus damage if there's any additional damage that you add. But I believe since it's a pistol, it's a D3 plus 1.
Okay.
I think. You have to check and make sure that you're keeping track of your gunslinger die.
Right.
So I believe you have gunslinger.
Threat is. Oh yeah, this was 1d3, so 2 damage plus. You said plus 1.
It depends on what the pistol does. If it's just 1d3 damage, then that is it.
Yeah, it's just 1d3, and then
Alright.
the gunslinger. What? Reminding myself about that. I have it up to 2, but I think that's from an old encounter. I presume I should reset it.
I mean, you've done 2 auxiliary attacks, so I think it would be at 4 then.
Okay. Even if 2 or the first 2 were from some other time.
Well, it would reset, but since it started at 6, and since you've hit 2 pistol attacks this combat, it would go down to 4.
Okay. I don't recall exactly what the gunslinger die is.
Once it goes down to 6, you can choose to reset it, or once it goes down to 1, you can choose to reset it to gain a 2d6 AP bonus or 2d6 bonus damage, as well as armor piercing for the next auxiliary attack.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. Okay.
All right.
That should be my turn.
Perfecto. Also, if they hit you with a ranged attack, you get to immediately just retaliate with a auxiliary attack.
Wonderful.
All right, and who goes next? Only people who haven't gone are Arbiter and Scrapper. And Scrapper, you hear that? I desperately want to see all that damage. Desperately.
Fortunately, the shredded is still on it, so anyone who does attack will get a shredded bonus.
Since it doesn't get any turns in between all this, I'm assuming within reason. Oh, wait a minute, Firefly? Go to sleep. Oh my, he's still here. Get him out of here. I'm kicking him.
Where's Firefly's token? I got the perfect thing to do.
Don't do that. Stop that. Put it back in the snowbank. Since Firefly, or since
Hey,
Scrapper is
Dova,
not here, Arbiter, go ahead. Yeah.
there is no penalty for firing on an engaged enemy.
Really?
Yeah, because I was asking the community. It's only if you yourself are in engagement. I was asking the community because I'm trying to figure out if the marathon bow ignores that difficulty since I fire on allies anyway. I fire in.
Gotcha. So it's only people who are currently engaged.
Yep.
Wouldn't that grant them light cover if you're in the way, though? I suppose not. You can fire around allies easily.
I fire straight through allies with
No,
the
I mean
marathon
just
bow.
in general. I'm gonna look real quick. Just if there's anything. But yeah, since Scrapper is not here, Arbiter, you get to go.
Okay. Is it locked on?
Yes,
Uh,
it's an auto crit lock on, and we were trying to say that for Scrapper's big gun.
yeah.
If you think you can make use of it, or you can get an advantage out of it, I can't stop you eating it.
Thought that was Scrapper moving around for a sec.
I do
Nah,
get
it's just
advantages for consuming lock.
No, as I said, if you think you can get a significant bonus out of it, I'm not going to stop you. I was just thinking give it to Scrapper for the big damage bonus.
Scrapper,
Me.
you want to do
we'll
big
be
dig
doing-
damage?
Oh no. Yes. Yes, I do.
Absolutely. It's lined up. You've got a critical lined up.
I thought it was my turn now.
Technically, we were gonna wait until Scrapper got back because we postponed their turn.
Okay.
Waiting or am I going?
I mean, I guess it's up to you two.
No, just
Scrap-
just go ahead. But
All right.
please, if you're gonna go AFK, please tell us in the future.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. I guess I will shoot.
All right.
It's a good thing to do.
Right.
1 accuracy, with advantage.
And that's it. Has 1 accuracy and advantage, so it's roll 2d20 to pick the highest, and an accuracy.
And
Ooh. Oh,
It's a
you
good-
better hope. Oh my god.
it's a shame.
Oh, that is. You hate to see it, folks.
So 3 plus is
So I
Well,
don't think
turn.
you're able to make 3 plus 6 9. 9
Oh, wait,
plus
my
3 12.
I thought
If you hit,
It's
but
11.
you also have reliable damage.
Yeah. It's just 4 though.
That's something.
He consumed the lock on now, right?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Just next turn.
Ooh, it doesn't get armor. Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's
Does
still,
it-
Because it's shredded.
Still shredded.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been shredded since the first lock on.
Arbiter. Send it.
Okay. So I am going to use a quick action to draw back the.
Actually,
Alright.
before I does this, is there any way that I can do my reaction to give it a lock on to an allied character, considering I'm right in front of it. Is there any way I can get a second one of those reaction lock-ons?
Is it only once per round, or
It's once per round, but I'm wondering if I'm able to spend an overcharge, take heat, potentially, especially because it's grappling me, I'm right in front of it. Can I overcharge my system in some way to give a lock on?
if you're willing to take 1 point of reactor stress right away, yes.
Okay.
As you basically do a flash overheat, burning out quite a bit of expensive components in the process.
Reactor stress critical.
Four power.
It was.
Ooh.
That's good.
You are now.
Stable, ejecting jets of plasma. Your mech is exposed until you take action to remove the condition. However, you have a lock on, and I'm just reading the rules now. Give me a moment.
Since you are basically in its face.
Yep, and because I didn't declare the critical, the lock, I can actually use this as a critical lock on.
Oh.
So I can actually I can't, basically by giving it another lock on, I can give it a critical lock on in this case.
Alright.
It's not exposed.
Arbiter, my precious shiny empress.
There's your lock on with an auto crit if you need it.
Okay. Is it still the 2d20 spiel?
No, unfortunately, not the 2d20 trick, but you still do get advantage. You get +1 accuracy. So it's grabbing me, so my second lock on is literally shoot at the big ball.
It's right here.
That is a 22. So that is technically a crit.
And you consume the lock on.
Yep, I consume the lock on.
And it's shredded.
Alright.
I do AP damage anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Alright. Is it fixed damage then? Or is it rolling?
Nope. It's 1d6 energy damage, plus free for my hunter's lock.
Alright, so roll 2, choose the better. Alright, there's a 2. And here's a 5. 5 plus 3, 8. AP.
8 AP damage. Because I am firing through the Drake and I have drawn the Marathon back, he gets 4 overshield.
Hey. Oh,
Someone could
Scrapper's
modify this.
not in chat right now.
Someone could
Yeah,
modify that by 4.
Okay. Because I have applied overshield to another character, I gain 4 overshield to myself. Unfortunately, Watchtower was not in the line because we're not using hexagons and we're using squares, so it's kind of hard to focus on a line. Scrapper was the only one I could get for definite. Because I'm consuming a lock on. And using a launcher weapon, it gets knocked prone.
All right.
And takes 2 heat.
All right. Also, it goes through another point of structure.
How is that managing to stay 50 pounds like that with the token on top as well?
It rolls 2. So it could just straight up die right now. All right. If either of these is a 1. 5 and a 3. 3, system trauma. 5. System. Great question. Oh no, it has a different damage table. Okay.
Okay.
5 is a... No, 3. It's knocked prone by the force of the blow.
Okay, so it's double knock prone.
It's very prone.
Incidentally, I also add the Thunder Stormbringer talent onto it.
Okay.
You fire a spray of missiles in a burst 2 area around the target. Characters in that area must succeed an agility check or be knocked by one space away from the target. The primary target is unaffected. So, Jaffer, you get knocked back one space unless you choose to resist this.
I'm going to choose not to resist it. It did grapple me, though. Does that make a difference?
That's what I'm finding out right now.
Well, considering I'm knocking the thing over, we could say he comes flying out.
Yeah, I'm just worried if I take damage from this.
That is a great question.
Because even 1 damage will put me into structure.
All right, I'm checking right now.
I'm willing to overheat my reactor to give you the shot. I'm willing to do this.
And my torrent die goes down by 1. Yeah, it's great that the arc bow is a launcher because it pairs with the Stormbringer talent.
The auto shredded from the swallowtail is insane on lock-ons. I'm gonna lock you on and shred you. Just shred you all the time.
Either character breaks adjacency such as they are knocked back by another effect. You are knocked back, you are no longer grappled.
Yep. There you go.
Cool. I fly out of the pause.
Alright. So I'm going to overcharge Dova and take 1 heat.
Alright.
Then, as a quick action, I am going to use Shanama on Watchtower. An allied character in sensor range and line of sight gains overshield equal to your grit +4. While they have this overshield, they are resistant to heat inflicted by other characters.
Alright. I don't think you can get double heat resistance though.
Hey, it doesn't matter. It's not the heat. It's the 7
It's the
overshield.
7, yeah.
Because I gave him 7 overshield, I gain an additional 7 overshield on top of myself, on top of the 4, so I go up to 11 overshield.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the max I can go up to.
Mm.
Is there a way to track overshield?
Yes, at the top of the active play sheet, next to your HP bar, there should be an overshield option where you can manually type it in by pressing
So
up.
what was the number you gave me?
7. You gain 7 overshield.
Nice.
All right. A bada bing, bada boom. Bada boom. So it is not having a fun time right now. It's shredded. It's been hurt.
It's been knocked like
One of its arms got knocked off.
It's face down, ass up in the snow.
As it rights itself.
It's gonna unshred itself.
Yep. As it's very angry that its plaything left it, but it's more angry at the thing that just hit it with a bunch of energy, bull crap.
So it's not interested in the loud, noisy, distracting scrapper right in front of it?
It might be.
Because the scrapper in front of it is spun up its weapons.
That's true.
If it swings, it's going to auto kill it because it's got evasion 10 and 1 damage breaks it. So
Yeah.
I long for the day that I can get all of you in a line in front of me because I get overshield for each one of you that I hit with the marathon bow.
So we all line up and then like shoot you everyone and then hit the monster.
Yep. It's
Actually.
you know that scene from Evangelion where they shoot the sniper at long range into the freaking tetrahedron. That's basically me right now.
So I should also be putting my drone in that line.
Still,
Is it technically
at this point, do you want him to run away or do you want to straight up kill him? What does your pilot think? I want a consensus right now.
I want to capture it.
Want to capture it?
And I have a perfect way of capturing it, or at least preventing it running away if I can get a turn.
Are you going to put a box around it, an illusionary box?
No, I'm just going to put the teleport mechanic that every time it tries to leave, we teleport back.
Wait a minute. There's a big fucking thing right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's another
let's go
Drake.
after that. Yeah, 100%. 2 attacks.
Yeah, this green thing is the secondary Drake. That's a
Yeah,
fake Drake.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It is going 2 attacks towards it, 0 hesitation.
Oh, it kills it.
All right. It's like holding its claws above the air, like snapping on what.
I don't think
Hey,
it's worth rolling.
it's giant, like, giant clacks.
Also, technically speaking, I can add overshield to your illusions as well, because they're technically allied.
The fuck?
So the more stuff I can line up for. Oh god. Okay.
I don't think that'll count as an ally for the purpose.
To drones?
I think drones would.
Okay. I can
Maybe.
I can get you 5 targets then.
It just says
Maybe.
allied. It says allied characters, not allied pilot.
The illusion doesn't count as a character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go then.
I think it was specifically geared towards player characters. Either way, who last? Arbiter. Who goes first?
Please. Watchtower.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Watchtower so you can get the hell out.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Do you want to stabilize to clear that exposed, or do you want to actually do things?
I'm actually happy enough with being exposed right now. I'm hoping not to take damage. Celestial Shackle. So if it tries to leave, I can teleport it back. Let's just make sure I don't roll 1. Now that will do it. It's got an 11 E defense, so plus 7. So.
What would that be total? Would it be above 10?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're 13.
All right.
Celestial Shackles, and then my second one, I'm going to do. I haven't used this one yet before. Dimensional Emblems. 19.
19. All right.
So I get 3 emblems. It cannot move through these. I also can't make them adjacent, but it can't physically move through them. Or should I try and put it
All right.
more like that? Because that way it can't diagonal out of there. So basically, yeah, try and put a cage around it.
All right.
Oh yeah, Dova. Since I overcharged and took heat, I assume I'm free from the freezing
You're
effect.
you're not frozen.
Okay, then good, because if I move, my marathon bow is no longer drawn back.
Yeah. All right. Since it's the end of your turn, is going to be its turn.
Ooh. I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to boost. Also, I'm going to overcharge to get a boost for additional movement. I'm going to take D6 3 heat. But I'm fine. Not at capacity yet. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's put myself over there. Because that way you've got to shoot through me. And I'm adjacent to you.
Yeah, that technically works. If it was a hexagon, he'd definitely be. I'd definitely be firing through. I mean, I'm firing through part of his.
Middle of you. My focus did not integrate.
Please don't move me.
I wasn't trying to. I was. Oh, this is not working.
Just going. Okay. So, is that the end of your turn then?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
All right. It is going to be its turn. And it is going to
Bringing things are floating, glowing runes that it can't move past.
All right. It's feeling very, very pissed, much like its namesake. And it's gonna go for Scrapper because it's the nearest thing. I'm guessing that it gets pulled back at the last second.
I get to choose when we pull it back. So, Scrapper, do you want it to get to you and then teleport back?
He's
Or do we
muted
want
and
to
deafened.
stay there? Okay. So, do we want to let it reach Scrapper and potentially hit him and save the dimensional teleport if it tries to run away, or do we want to just keep it trapped there for one more turn?
It's up to you, but time is ticking.
I think we let it. I think we let it go for Scrapper because he's got over.
Okay, we'll let it go to Scrapper then.
All right. As it's going to charge forward, it's gonna go back to there basically.
That's where
That
it
should
wants
be
to
on
teleport.
4. I don't know why it's not.
Oh what?
That dice, it should be on 4. I don't know
Ah.
why it's not.
Okay. Fixed.
All right. Ba-ba-ba. I think it's currently impaired, slowed. It doesn't get that bonus anymore.
I actually forgot to add an extra damage.
All right. Rolled a. It doesn't hit.
Nice.
That's fucking. All ones.
Perfect.
Ones across the board. Would it be yanked
Alright.
back?
No, I'm actually not going to yank it back at this point.
Alright.
I can yank it back at any time I want, so... My goal is if it tries to burrow and run, it's going to be like halfway through burrowing and just like, blink.
Alright. And it is going to ram Scrapper. Alright, that one is much less ones. So it is going to hit because I know Scrapper's AC is a lot lower, or evasion. So they get flipped because they are prone.
I'm gonna use my flash anchor.
Alright. Would that cancel out the movement as well?
Flash anchor. Where is it? Pushed, pulled, knocked back, or knocked prone.
Alright. Does it say or does it say you like nullify it all and
They are
Yeah,
immune
choose
to
one.
all of the above effects until the
Alright.
start of their next turn.
Alright, he does not move. And that is its turn. It went once, it went that, but that. It only gets one more turn this round.
So it was my turn previously, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who goes?
Dova, it was the start of a new round with Watchtower, so technically it has 2 more actions.
It went before. It attacked the illusion.
Oh yeah, it had the start of the round. I forgot. Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
So now, Watchtower, who goes next?
I'm going to give it to Arbiter, and at the beginning of Arbiter's turn, I'm going to do a lock-on as my reaction. Will a 11 do it?
That's
Let's
10 E
do-
defend.
Yeah, 10 E defense. So yep.
Cool. It has a lock-on, and because I'm adjacent now, Arbiter, would you like a free attack?
Yeah, why not? I will. Do I do this one without? I think it's better to keep a lock on it until I do my actual turn, right?
Yeah, it's been locked on, which also means it's technically been shredded as well, because yay. I love getting free shreds on lock-ons. You don't have to consume the lock-on. This is a standard lock-on, nothing special about it.
Yeah, I will save the lock on until my actual turn, but I'll roll my free attack.
You also get +1 accuracy to everything because I'm now adjacent to you. Because, buddy. Oh, bonded, sorry. which is an amazing talent. It just needs only to position itself.
That's not gonna hit. It's a 13. So free
13
attack
will
miss-
not hit.
Yep. However, since I'm still firing a line attack, I believe I still hit Watchtower and Scrapper with the overshield.
I believe so, yeah.
What does this bump my overshield up to?
+4 because the bow is still drawn back.
11.
Alright, so that is +4 to Watchtower and Scrapper as well, right?
Yeah. It adds on top of any other overshield up to a cap of 20 for allies.
Alright.
Okay, I'll take my actual turn now. I'm gonna roll and consume that lock on, so it'll be 2 accuracy, right?
Yeah, so 1 accuracy from the lock-on and 1 accuracy for adjacency.
Ooh!
So that's a
because you're adjacent, consuming a lock-on 2d20 for the highest.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a 15 anyway, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll choose...
15 plus 1?
It's 50...
So 18.
Plus 3 plus 1, 18. Yeah, that still hits.
No, 19. Yeah, that hits.
Yep.
So you roll with 15 and accuracy plus 3. Did you get 20? Because you would have had 2 accuracies.
Yeah, both were 1.
Yeah, both were 1. And you only get to pick 1 accuracy down.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that you rolled both of them as 1. Sorry.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, I pull back the arrow and fire a massive shot which pierces the snowdrifts, followed up by, because I could a lockdown, it'll be followed up by a barrage of thunder missiles. Lightning. I fire concentrated blasts of missiles at the character. They must succeed on a hull save or be knocked away from you by free spaces.
Alright. And this will be the... Alright, so hull save.
Will be 14, because it's my save target.
Alright. 11, does not make it.
Okay. So it gets knocked back into the Celestial Prison.
And the damage you did was also shredding.
Yeah, so it takes 2 heat damage, then it takes 1d6 AP lightning plus 3, so that would be 6 because of my Hunter Lock. And then I use the Sovereign Presence that once per round when the Emperor hits or is hit by a melee or ranged attack, it can release a burst 1 AoE around it itself or its target that deals 1 AP energy damage to all hostile characters caught within it.
Alright. And what was the result of the roll damage?
It's 3 AP electric damage plus 3 bonus damage, which would be the same type because bonus damage is always the same type as the...
6 armor piece.
Then I am going to overcharge. Can I have the 1d3 wherever it's gone?
It's the blue one, right there. Overcharge last round, there's overcharge this round, so 3 minus 1, 2.
Okay. With my extra action,
Sorry?
With my extra action from the overcharge, I will activate the Imperial Eye on Scrap.
On Scrapper, alright.
So if it gains the disruptive charge, that if it comes within 3 of it, it gets knocked back and takes 1 AP damage and knocked prone. And
so if it moves forward, it gets knocked back into the cage again.
Yeah, I have tied an electric band to it effectively.
Well, my next turn is to put a wall in front of it and then trap it inside.
And then I will say McHammer goes next after.
All right. It's its turn. It's just gonna go forward. It's not too smart right now. It's just pissed. So it starts its movement within range 3, so it instantly procs that.
It needs to make a hull engineering save. Of
Engineering save. Give me a sec.
14, I think it was.
All right. Was it engineering or hull?
engineering.
12 minus 2, 10 does not make it.
Okay. So as it moves towards him, it will get pinged back 2 spaces as far as the wall will take up to the wall. It'll take 1 AP energy damage, be knocked prone, and shredded until the end of its next turn.
All right.
I believe it can't get double shredded, so...
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be shot. Still there. At this point in my cockpit, I'm preparing my med packs and that. This thing's not going to go down. Basically, once it's down, first thing is the plan of action is to firstly don't get up and anesthetize it to high heck and then save its life. I want this thing doped up that it doesn't even know what year it is.
McHammer. It is your turn.
Alright.
The shredded status leaves because it just ended its turn. But it is prone, so that means he gets 1 accuracy.
Oh,
Sorry?
I get accuracy?
Yep.
Then I'm gonna barrage it.
All right. So you're attacking once with your colony shatterhead missiles and with your engineering weapon, I guess?
My prototype one, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack with 1 accuracy.
Grab this.
Ooh! Oh. That's a critical hit.
And that
first
one
one's
was...
Shatterhead.
Yeah, Shatterhead.
All right, so we'll go ahead and just roll the hit for the next one. +2, +3, that'll hit.
Alright.
So roll the damage die twice and pick the better result. And so for your...
I need another one of these.
All right, here,
There we go. I just grabbed
There's 2d3 right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good God. All your bad luck is culminating in this moment.
Apparently.
It's turning around.
So that would be 4 plus... And then I roll these twice.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
I can't roll a 1, so... So, 8. And again, it ignores resistance, armor, etc.
All right. And the first one, is that armor piercing? The colony?
That's what it is. It cannot be reduced in any way.
No, is it armor piercing? The damage specifically?
I
Don't believe so.
This is important.
Look at the bottom of the weapon tag, and if there's a small little box that says armor piercing at the bottom.
Okay, I've got the paracausal mod. It says that it cannot be reduced in any way, including by other effects and systems such as resistance, armor, etc.
Gotcha.
Okay, then it's
Perfect.
armor piercing.
Yep. All right. And the second one, how much damage total was that?
Let me double check that.
Oh wow, Paracausal mod is expensive. 4 system points, but yeah. Gains overkill, its damage can't be reduced in any way.
The second
You
one
put that on
would
the
be
shadow damage,
10.
which already can't
That one is
be
not,
effectively hit in any way.
that one is not, you know, armor
Not an armor
piercing.
piercing. How much is it?
10.
10? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba, 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 ba. That's another structure point.
Welcome back, Dusty.
Hey.
What's up, Dusty?
That Shadowhead is nasty. It can't be affected by negatives to hit, and now can't be affected by negatives to damage.
Yeah. That's spicy.
It's basically reliable without the reliable tag.
Alright, if any one of these are a 1, you could possibly die. That's a 1. Alright, so
That's nice. So 1, 2, 3.
So, since it has... It only has 1 structure left. Zim, you fool, what are you doing?
I'm scared.
Don't roll it on the tokens, you'll knock them over.
We are the Borg.
Alright, so... You might have just killed it. It really depends on what it rolls on its...
Yeah, the dice look almost like rocks.
There! The dice did it.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
God damn it, Sim.
Monster dies.
Whoa,
Oh god,
happened?
what just happened?
He rewound time.
Oh.
He became Neo.
Use my DM powers. So...
Zawardo.
No, that's just pausing time. It somehow friggin' survives.
Wow.
It is barely holding on. You can see that it is a cornered, caged animal.
Yeah,
But there's
it
still-
just has to give up. It's gonna be next.
Pretty much. But its physiology is a little bit alien and different, so you're unsure how it's holding on. Probably just through pure rage.
I said, I'm going to
Scrap-
try and save it. The goal is to preserve us first.
I think that has been used up. Scrapper. Or actually, McHammer, who goes next? You just about killed it.
Who's left?
We've got
Tanuki
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 and Scrapper.
and Scrapper.
Tanuki.
All right, Tanuki, you're up. You get 1 accuracy.
All right. I definitely have the range. I don't have to move, but I will just
You
keep
will
from
just because.
freezing.
Yeah. Also, McHammer, would you like to move 1 space to prevent yourself from freezing solid?
Technically, Suki didn't
Sure.
get a heat when he used the flash anchor.
That was last turn. That was during the monster's turn. It's specifically during your turn.
I got what is it? Overkill. I use that and that does heat.
It gives you heat.
If you roll a 1, you instead re-roll and take 2 heat, I believe it is.
I
Oh,
believe it's
okay.
1
Yeah.
heat.
Hey, that becomes 1 heat per reroll. And I think I saw you get 2 of them. So, yeah, for sure you're not frozen. Because you're resistant to heat right now. Tanuki.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
right,
I'm gonna
send
go
it.
out in a flare of pistols this time.
All right.
Well,
So you're gonna have
what
4
is their
pistol attacks.
range? Yeah, let me make sure I'm in range.
Turns
Range of
into-
5.
Yeah, you're in 5 range. You got it.
Yeah. All right, full action time.
All right. 4 pistol attacks, each one with 1 accuracy. Since it is, I'm just gonna say since it's so cornered.
Each one plus 1 accuracy, you said?
Yep. Each one gets an accuracy. Just roll them all and then roll the dice one after the other. So 11, 7, 18, and 5. So 10, 8. Every one of them but the 18 is going to need some accuracy help. Actually, the 11 and 18 automatically hit. The 18 is actually a crit, I think.
Oh,
Above 20, you get to roll the damage dice twice.
okay. And each one's 1d3?
Yep. Go ahead and get the accuracy for the 7, since that might actually hit.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
Hit.
Oh.
Nice.
3 hits, 1 crit. Very nice.
Okay. I'll just roll these 2 and then I'll roll another one again.
Yeah.
Or copy and
So-
paste it and just roll all 3.
Copy and paste works. Oh,
There.
yes it does.
There you go. There's a bunch.
I'm gonna move this one away.
That's some nice damage.
Yeah. And then
Good.
that first one on the left, I assume that's the crit. Go ahead and re-roll that. Very nice. Also, the first hit, since you are a gunslinger, the first hit gets a bit of bonus damage, I believe.
AP damage, I believe.
Is it AP? Gunslinger. Oh,
Plus
plus 1
1
accuracy on the
accuracy.
first attack roll. So you actually. I think you. No, I don't think you can. So that would
Hey,
not
you can-
change anything, actually.
Yeah, because he rolled the maximum accuracy on the dice and he only gets 1 accuracy.
Yep.
You only get to choose 1 accuracy, is what I meant to say. Words. Words are hard.
I have a gunslinger die at 1 now.
All right. If it was at.
Sorry.
So that would give you the 2d6 bonus damage on your next attack.
Yeah, not this one.
Yeah.
If one is needed.
All right, so each one is. I think it's just flat, so. 2. 2 through 3, so 6.
And I'm sorry to everyone who's listening for the clunks that you've been hearing from me. That is literally me hitting my walls.
3, 4, 5.
VR problems.
All right, it's not holding up well. But that was a substantial volley with just a cluster of spent casings shot by the wayside and kind of melting into the snow.
You know the scenes in the Matrix where they just pull out 2 pistols and start running along walls at each other firing, and there's the sprays of bullets everywhere? That was him right there.
Yeah.
He just like
wall running.
wall run. No, he ran off McHammer. He just ran up McHammer's frame, jumped off, and yeah.
Just real fast.
I mean, that is a wall, so.
Anyways, I think there's only one person left, and that is Scrapper.
Boy.
Scrapper, make sure to note down that you have 8 overshield on your pilot, your active play sheet if you can.
That 8 damage
Oh.
didn't do it?
Oh.
That 8 damage didn't do it. It is. You guys are really good at this. I'm just gonna say that.
I wanted to
Leaving
be
it
a
at 1
killing blow.
health.
You can definitely, if you hit, you'll probably kill it.
Especially with overpowered caliber.
8 plus 3, that is going to be.
We're doing minimum 4. Even if you miss
Added
it's
added
four, isn't it?
accuracy, it's still prone.
Yep. Hit. Roll
Isn't
damage.
also a reliable
Oh
four weapon?
boy. It's time. I'm gonna need some d6s.
How many?
Let's see.
A lot.
5 d6.
Those are D3s.
Oh, sorry.
I hate to break your bubble.
I'll
Here,
give
take
you
these.
some rep.
D6 dices are here.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those are Prescott's dice.
Damn it. I'll just take these. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those ones are D5s.
No.
No, those,
Shut up.
the cursed ones are elsewhere. I deleted those. This plus 4, right?
And
Oh, that's a
yes.
lot of 6s.
Not a lot of 6s. It's a
I mean,
lot of
that's
4s.
a lot of 4s. That's a 6, a 5.
No, that 5
11,
there one
15.
doesn't count. That was the accurate dice.
Oh, got you.
So altogether we have 19.
19 plus your
19 plus 4.
23.
Yes.
That would have been enough to knock it through one of its full structure phases.
Boy, I wish I'd hit earlier.
It's plenty now.
Which you did earlier when you had an automatic crit.
It's dead.
Okay. So
As a hail of like 13mm ammunition spills forth from the Leviathan cannon, ripping through it, just ripping gargantuan holes as all your rage from getting hit and just kind of getting dicked on by this thing manifests and puts it into its place.
Okay, and then I guess I will ask before I do it. Do I think there's any chances of saving it?
All right. First off, combat's over. Second, give me a skill check.
It's fun.
No, for
Patch,
Watchtower.
medicine?
Yeah. I'd say patch. Actually, patch, but with difficulty, since this is an alien.
I don't get +1 for being medically trained.
I'd
Or I don't get
say
advantage to
that's.
cancel it out. being medically trained?
I'd say that's your patch.
Okay. I also
So it's-
have patch and corrective, the actual gear to help the medkits and everything. Can
It's a
that
bit. It's a bit
counteract
big.
negative?
It's a bit big for that. It's way larger. You'll need like mech size medical equipment, which is hard to come by. So this with difficulty. So 12. So if you get a 2 or less. Oh,
Nope.
your best guess with all the holes in it already. Even if you would have gotten it into a, even if you would have applied first aid, you're doubtful that any of your supplies that you had on hand would have been helpful.
In that case, can I at least put it out of its misery? So it's not suffering.
Absolutely.
So a humane death, at least.
All right. Yeah, I can say you can basically walk up with any sort of weapon, locate what looks to be a weak point or maybe a large artery, and just sever it real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's already pretty much dying,
Yeah.
but I just want to limit
was-
its suffering.
Yeah, it was unconscious in a coma and slowly fading away, but you can just quickly hurry it along.
I'm gonna get on the comm and get the Sparrow warrior to drive.
To come back. All right.
Yep.
He was actually watching from a decent ways off, but he was still kind of watching.
I know he was still in sensor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the drone was still within feet of going far enough. I would
So
have
it's-
known.
So what did you guys think to seeing the marathon bow in action? By the way.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is
Fantastic.
How having 2 techie supports, you can just sit back and go, yeah, it's messed up. It can't do anything. Like it's
So-
in there. It can't move. It tries to move forward. It gets shunted back.
Make sure
the
you're
only
not full repairing, by the way. Do not full repair.
yeah, we're still in mission.
Yep,
The scene has ended, but we're still in mission. By the way, once the scene ends, your overshield drops because overshield naturally drops it.
And I can clear my heat for free. Can't I?
Yeah, you may clear your heat for free once scene ends, I believe. Let me just check on the.
I can use one of my repair capacity to clear out my structure, or repair my structure, can I?
I think you need
during a
and also
rest.
during a rest, yes.
Yeah,
We are not resting here.
not yet.
But we can vent our heat, is that correct?
Yeah, you can vent heat basically whenever you're like out of combat.
Okay.
I have 1 hit point. I've taken 1 reactor damage.
Firefly is gonna keep her heat as she claws her way out of the
I shall
like the
also
melted
keep
ice
my
hole
heat.
that she found herself in. She's like scrambling around at full speed, like
She'll get a big long
Like a
apology.
friggin'
and
spider.
save it.
yeah, like a friggin' possum.
She'll get a big long apology about how we couldn't save it.
Oh.
Yeah, if you add combat on the active play sheet, by the way, the CompCon app automatically brings up the thing asking if you want to use a repair to do something. So just keep it paused on that screen.
Yeah, I'd say you might be able to get into a rest, not an actual full repair. I'll just say that right now. A full repair requires printing equipment and big mech stuff. But as everything's kind of cooling down, figuratively, the Spari kind of drives up within about 20 feet, pops the door open and climbs out, kind of floating on top of the thick snow and ice. As he takes a few strides over, kind of puts his hand on the forehead, reaches behind his back, pulls out a fairly sizable but straight-bladed dagger, and then stabs it into the cheek, pulling and kind of dislodging quite a bit of the flesh. As he says, "I need you all to circle around me. Dismount also."
Okay.
Okay. Assuming it's going to be the equivalent of a blessing.
Alright.
So did we get some kind of trophy for taking it down, or?
Well, this isn't what we were here for, but I guess.
Make Hammer
maybe.
is going over and gonna take one of its claws.
Alright. Take the
Well, I don't
trophies
know
that you
about
may.
you guys. I'm taking one of these.
Take the trophies that you require. But remember that we still have a long ways to go, and not to weigh yourselves down.
Well, that was a pretty impressive trophy.
I'm gonna. Can I take a scrap of carapace?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount it on the top of my bow, basically like wrapping fur or chitin around the bow.
Okay.
It's decorative, but it's passable, and it doesn't weigh very much.
Whichever you take, the hunter's just kind of standing there. You can see that he's working his hand through a handful of prayer beads around his neck. Prayer beads, which actually seem to be rounded out teeth. And kind of as you're all standing around, shivering out of your minds, he wets his gloved hands inside the beast, which is kind of steaming a little bit, and comes around to each of you, placing 2 straight lines beneath your right eye. Except for Scrapper. For Paloma, he kind of rubs his hand a bit, and then just places his palm right across your face and drags down a bit, giving you a full kind of face paint claw mark of this creature's kind of cyan blood.
Because you got the killing blow.
Because you got the killing blow.
Yay!
I was close to that.
See, as the pure tech support, I feel like there's no way I could ever get the killing blow because I was never doing any damage.
And as he does so, he kind of looks over at you and how you're all shivering violently. Kind of gives a silent nod, and it turns back to the buggy. As he says, "We still have a long way to go. Don't worry about wasting it. You'll find out just how much life actually lives in these desolate plains."
Alright, Tanuki will approach the fallen creature and remove an eye,
All right.
cleaning it as best as possible and storing it. That's all.
All right. Mark down any trophies that you take from it.
The only item I'd really take would be a little like hand-sized piece of chitin.
Okay.
Probably
So
probably prying one of the bits out of my out of my bag.
yeah. Firefly takes the thing that she is looking to take. I'll ask her later.
I couldn't get Firefly what she really wanted.
What?
The pet.
Yeah, she
Firefly
wants the
wanted
whole
the
thing,
pet.
I think.
I tried. I really did try.
She'll probably take like a tooth or something like that. McHammer, what did you take?
One of the claws.
One of the claws. I mean, they're sizable chunkers. One of them's almost the size of your mech's upper section. You can take one of the smaller ones, like one of the mandibles, and that would be reasonable enough size to take along on this expedition.
I may need a medical check for this one.
I'll
and
take
may need
both.
a ruling on size. How big is the thing's heart?
You'd have to go real deep delving in there, in addition to not knowing exactly where it is or what it would look like.
I'm probably the closest to try and get it. The idea would be to bring the heart back to the crab on the ship to feed. Give it the power.
All right.
Like
give me
Hammer's
a skill
taking one
check.
of each, so
What were you saying, Zem?
Make Hammer is taking one of each.
One of each what?
The big and the smaller one.
We need to move. Like, we're not going back to the ship yet. We need to move. We need to move to go find a key, and lugging that thing around is fairly
I mean, I doubt it's really gonna slow down the Saladin, because the Saladin barely is slow anyway, so he's still taking it.
All right. I'd say it would be about the same size as the backpack that the model is currently wearing. Basically that size.
Perfect.
So
We'll
we
strap it to the back.
All right.
Alright, guys, I gotta go. It's 15 past when I usually leave.
All right. No
Alright.
problem. You have a fantastic rest of your night. I think
Thank you.
as you guys actually, if you'll stay for like 5 more minutes, maybe. As you
Okay.
guys are heading out, kind of trundling back on the trail and kicking up a trail of ice and snow, you kind of take a look back as you reach almost like 1,000 feet out, and you can see the ground kind of shifting close to it, as from all around it. If you've seen videos of like trilobites feeding, these kind of heavily armored, slightly furred creatures kind of burrow up from underneath the snow and start to scavenge from it. It's almost like an ocean how much life seems to be beneath the surface. As before you've passed a mile out, you can still see movement as it's just completely swarmed by these cold-loving creatures.
I'm assuming out of 23, I was able to retrieve the heart for our shipbound crab friend.
From what you can guess, you have the heart in your hands. It's got like 13 different valves. It is kind of wobbly. Where are you gonna store it?
Oh, it's well, considering the temperature out here, it's probably just gonna get strapped onto a box outside. Hell, considering how little I use it, I could throw it in one of my ammunition bins.
All right. It's gonna be like. By the way, Tanuki, you can leave if you like. I'm just wrapping up right here.
Okay.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See you then.
I'm mostly grabbing it so I can so we can give it to the.
It would be. Say give a good analogy. It's about the size of like a 10-gallon drum or a 50-gallon drum. Sorry.
I don't know
No,
about that.
300. It's a big boy. So I'd say it would be about the same size as your mech's torso, quote unquote torso.
That would be a huge heart. Something that big.
Yeah, it was about the size of a Barbarossa.
Yeah, something the size of a Barbarossa would probably only have a heart about the size of a person, at most.
It's the size
Maybe
of a
it had
rock.
multiple hearts.
That's also true.
Something that size would probably have secondary or tertiary pumping systems.
At least a few. I'd say it's about the size of a rhino heart, because there will be multiple of them.
Okay, rhino hearts.
How big is a rhino
Not
heart?
all that. Rhino hearts aren't all that big. They're big compared to a human heart.
Scientific research going on.
I'd say it's about as big as this D6 in comparison to you.
That's a bit big. You know, searching rhino heart on Google Images probably not the biggest best decision. I'm still not seeing one though. I'd say it's very cumbersome, but you'd be able to strap it on the outside and it would freeze. Actually, I don't know if it would, because this thing is designed to live in the freezing cold. It might just stay liquid. The various compounds making up its body might not freeze in these temperatures. Though it was emitting steam.
Yeah, I can store it.
It's
and
much
move it.
warmer inside than outside. If the insides came in contact with the outsides specifically designated to withstand the temperatures, maybe.
I'd say it wouldn't. I'd say it wouldn't freeze normally, but due to how cold it is here, it would just be below that temperature. Yeah, I'd say it would freeze.
As I said, it's literally.
It is the outsides that are designated to
response to
withstand the
heart.
cold. The
If I have to
insides,
dump it,
maybe
I'll
not
drop it.
quite so well.
Okay.
If I have
yeah.
to dump it or drop it, I just want to take it back to the ship and give it to our crab friend as a feast. To
Fair
give him the
enough.
power and potentially mess things up and have it grow.
He's gonna
Chances-
become. This is actually a very overgrown crate that you just fought. That's what happens when you don't watch him very hard. But your guide is going to continue onwards towards the mountain plate. The mesa off in the distance. And I guess it's up to you to follow, but he is not stopping.
Let's go.
The good thing about the size of the marathon bow is I get to use it like a scepter / walking stick as well.
Heck yeah. Looks dignified. All right. So, that would be the end of the session. As you guys continue on in the freezing cold, quite a bit of ice and various beast blood kind of freezing onto your mech's carapaces. And as your faces kind of warm up a little bit in your mechs, you do notice the faint kind of rusty smell of the blood on your faces, but that soon disappears, perhaps just due to the kind of the adrenaline, as some of you find your hands shaking a bit, even though this might not have been the most intense combat you've ever had.
Almost got killed in space.
Yeah.
Doom
Last time I
had
was
to
in combat
punt
and I
me
took damage,
to
I was
safety.
wearing. Last time I was in combat and I took damage, I was in a suit that literally
I
exposed
would-
me underneath.
I would not be
This is the
feeling the
time.
cold.
Yeah?
I've got a flex suit.
I mean, it's
It'll only do so much.
yeah, it's about -60 Celsius at the moment.
I mean, the
There's still the
description on this
sensation of
says
chill.
it maintains a steady temperature within acceptable parameters. It does
Within
not
acceptable parameters.
Yeah, an acceptable parameter is in something for me. That's what it.
Regardless,
You're more comfortable than
Yeah.
the rest of us.
actually, I don't think anybody's more comfortable than Firefly right now, because she's hanging on to that 8 heat, and she was already sweating before.
Doesn't
But,
so much
yeah.
walk on the snow as melts the trail for it.
Just skating.
So saying the order is this. Everyone following behind.
Oh, what should I have for dinner?
I'm guessing that's about it then?
Yeah, that'd be it.
There's this camera.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us for Sounds of Metal Lancer. I will be back in just a few minutes with some Dwarf Fortress. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of all of you that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you guys. I really couldn't do it without you all. Check out our website, cgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. And I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Thank you very much for coming, everyone.
Hell yeah. Sorry if I scared people by being completely off my rocker today.
I mean, you're a bird. It's expected.
That's true.
I mean, you tripped going into your water dish and then fell behind the
I
cage.
fell in it now. It's just a mess.
You just rolled.
You know.
Alright guys, I'll
do
be
have a
back
gift for that.
shortly.